All right, hello everyone. We're in a new location today because I'm starting a new series. The temporary title is Cooking Our Way Through Europe. I'll come up with a better one later. But I really wanted to make this video first. So basically, if you're new to the channel, we have been traveling Europe for 4 months. I'm back home now for a bit. And over those 4 months, we kind of acquired a bunch of favorite recipes from places we tried. So this series is going to be me trying to recreate those at home. I've already made one that's going to be in another video that turned out really good. So I have high hopes for the rest of the series. That being said, fret not, I am vegetarian. So all of these recipes are also vegetarian if you are vegetarian as well. That was a lot of vegetarians in one sentence. And if not, I promise you they still are very good, and there are different ways to incorporate protein and meat into it if you want to. Okay, so we are making the oat porridge we had in Copenhagen. We got it at Goddard. It's going to be on the screen because I don't think I said it right. We got number 9, and it's super easy. It's only 3 base ingredients. So you're really only going to need rolled oats, some sort of milk or milk substitute, and chia seeds. And then everything else is kind of toppings. The one I'm going to be showing you today is similar to the one that we had in Copenhagen. We got the number 9. If I find it, I'll put a picture here. And it was apple cinnamon. So I also have caramel, apples, brown sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg out, and we're gonna make a bit of an apple puree of sorts. Okay, so let's get started. So we're gonna start off with 1 cup of rolled oats, and then we're going to do 2 1/4 cup of milk, and we're just going to put that on the stove and bring it to a boil. Okay, I can no longer see myself in frame, so I hope I'm in frame because this is a back camera. So we've got our pan, and I'm just gonna put 2 1/4 cup of milk and then the cup of rolled oats in here, and you can also add a pinch of salt if you want to. Okay, so we are just going to set this like oat and milk mixture to medium heat and bring that to a boil. Now the recipe that I'm kind of following, which I will link in the description, says this should take about 3 to 5 minutes, so we will see. Right now it's 11:16. And while that is boiling behind me, we are going to get started on the topping. So for the topping, we're going to be using 1 apple, and we're going to chop this up into cubes, and then we're going to kind of saute it on the stove with some brown sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Then at the end, we're going to take the caramel and drizzle it over the whole porridge. That's kind of what they did when we were there. They added in nuts, like walnuts, but I hate nuts, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so I gave the apple a quick wash, and now I'm just going to use this little tool and kind of cut it, decore it, I guess. Okay, so now that now that the apples are diced up, it's time to give this a bit of a stir. You do have to stir this occasionally. As you can see, it's kind of steaming a little bit. So you're just gonna give it a little stir. Okay, and I don't know about this next part. They didn't saute the carrots and make like a little apple pie filling type mixture with the brown sugar. They just put the carrots in. I thought that making the little mixture would make it better, but now I don't know. Now I think that maybe, I don't know. But it doesn't actually matter because now it is time to add the chia seeds into the mixture because this is boiling. Okay, so these are the chia seeds that I got. You're just gonna add a tablespoon of these into this mixture. Okay, and now you're just gonna stir for another 3 to 5 minutes until it thickens. Okay, I'm reducing the heat a little bit because this is really going. But one thing, like I never really used chia seeds until we got to like the Nordic countries, and I don't know if that's like a correct fact, but I felt like in the Nordic countries they put chia in everything. It was in yogurts, it was in a bunch of different stuff. So yeah, I don't know if I just like am oblivious and didn't notice it before in other places, but the chia seeds really help to thicken up the porridge. And chia seeds also give you a ton of health benefits. They're full of antioxidants. I'm not a nutritionist, so just take whatever I say with a grain of salt. Okay, so it says to stir for 3 to 5 minutes or until the mixture thickens, and this is looking pretty thick to me, so I'm going to take this off the heat now. So I'm just going to set this aside while we decide what we're going to do with the apples. I think I am gonna give them a quick saute. I put a bunch of brown sugar in my porridge anyways, so it's like, it's whatever. So I'm just gonna grab a pan. And by pan, I mean this wok because I can't find anything else. And this is where we're going off script. So I'm gonna put all those apples in with about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and some cinnamon and nutmeg, and then kind of see what happens. Okay, and it's like kind of sizzling right off the bat, so I'm gonna turn the heat down to 2.2, which is like medium low if you have that kind of oven. And then I'm just gonna add in the 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Okay, I feel like this will be good because it will regulate how much brown sugar I'm gonna put in, because I won't add anything else. I'll just put the carrots, I'll put the apples and the cinnamon, and that'll be that. So I'm just gonna give this a quick stir with a different spatula. Okay, so we're going off script. I'm gonna add a tiny little bit of butter. I've never made an apple pie before, so I have no idea if this is what you're supposed to do. Okay, I can't tell if you can see me because it's on back camera, but I'm gonna let this simmer for a little bit. I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna add the cinnamon in, which is just like a sprinkle. I'm gonna put the oat porridge into my bowl while this kind of does whatever it's gonna do. All right, you're back to where we started. So I've got the oats here and I'm just gonna put them into this bowl. Okay, so this is how much oats that made, which is kind of like just more than a serving. You could probably serve this to 2 different people. I'm gonna eat all of it. Okay, and steaming in my hand are those apples. They turned out honestly so good. All right, so I'm just gonna dump these right on top. Okay, and last but not least, we're gonna add a drizzle of caramel, which is something they did at Goddard, wherever. So we are just gonna drizzle some caramel on top, just a little bit, because I already feel like it's not very healthy. Okay, perfect, and there you have it. This looks a lot like what we had in Copenhagen. I took you off my tripod, so my hand is shaking. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a try and I'll tell you how it is. It's really good. Honestly, even the oats by itself, it didn't need the caramel or the apples. It's just so sweet by itself. This is by far one of my favorite breakfast foods, so definitely check it out. I'm going to be linking the cafe we visited in Copenhagen and the recipe that I followed down below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be making this a whole series. Next up, we're going to be doing the Goddard's Pie House meat pies that we visited in Greenwich in London. So yeah, I hope you stick around for that. I hope you like this video, and please let me know anything you want to know or anything you want to say down below, and I'll respond to all of the comments. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.